What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. We're diving back into a new beer review. It's been a minute since I've actually done something non-stout related. It is the brand new, at least to Michigan distribution, Sierra Nevada, guys. It is the cool little thing. So we know this rotational that happens quite often from these guys, and it's the limited hazy series. So I did notice this was canned on 5/30/24. I'm a little upset by that because it just came into Northern Michigan distribution. Today is July 24th, time of recording. I'll try to get this review out today if possible. But it upsets me a little bit. That's mass distribution for you. They made this almost 2 months ago, which I like these fresh. I want to drink them fresh. Unfortunately, going on 2 months old, not quite there, but that's just that's the beer shelfie that's everywhere in the country. They made a lot of this probably, and it's going all over the place. We're just probably late to the party. So, Chico, California, Cryo Fresh Hazy. So I don't know how many hop varietals there are in here. I know there's several. Maybe a Mosaic, maybe a Comet, something like that, and maybe several others. So Cryo everything, apparently. Dive deep into Cryo Fresh hoppy flavor. I feel like Cryo hopped beer has been popular in recent years, maybe like the last 3-4 years, 2 years, something like that. You see these more and more, I feel like, and it is not out of the ordinary at this point in time. So let's get into this. 7.5%. You're going to get this for a great price, probably $9.99. Tough to beat the quality, tough to beat the availability, tough to beat the price point. So, guys, it's so good to be back. I haven't been doing too many beer reviews. It's just been a minute. I have a lot going on in my life, so happy to be back here sitting with you guys doing an actual review for craft beer. So, as I pour that, and by the way, can art, pretty good. I like that. I love that they do these rotationals. Fantastic stuff. They're hit and miss for me. Sometimes I really like them. Sometimes they're okay. So let's see what today falls in under. Hazy, it's the hazy series, but it's not like M43 haze. It's a little bit lighter than that as I poured it. No slouch though at 7.5%. It's still a big beer. In my opinion, it's above the sweet spot for me, what I like to call the sweet spot of alcohol. Probably 6 to 7% is my sweet spot for IPAs, lower IPAs. Beautiful white head sitting on top. It's very dense. It's pretty fluffy. It's pretty thick. And it's got some nice lacing going on. It's just really Dawn soapy, sticking to the side of the glass, guys. But that's the appearance. Let's get an aroma. Ooh. It just smells like concentrated hop juice. Like there's pine cones. There's a touch of like this beautiful, bright floral note. It's a touch white bread malty. Zesty citrus too. Like it's got wonderful subdued tones of maltiness, but it also has very fierce notes of citrus. Just like bold, zesty grapefruit. Candied navel orange. Wow, there's just like pulpy orange in there too. Just it smells like fresh squeezed OJ in a way, but there's just that like zestiness, that grapefruity zest that's coming in really fiercely. Sweet candied lemon as well. And just again, that floral maltiness really sitting on the back burner there underneath everything else. It's got a lot going on. It almost feels a touch tropical for a moment, but it's more citrus heavy than anything else. A little bit of grassy herbaceousness, just a touch. Papaya, passion fruit, maybe. It's wow. There's actually quite a lot going on in there. I think the biggest thing though, that zesty citrus really sticking out to me. Guys, let's dive in. That's the aroma. Let's get the taste, because that's what matters at the end of the day. Cool little thing. Shout out to Sierra Nevada. Let's check it. That is smooth. That is really, really smooth. 7.5%. Like, yes, it's quite hoppy, and then it kind of it tones itself down as you're going through that sip in your mouth. It really is just a very wonderful drinker. 7.5% like butter. I say that word a lot, but this one is just hop oils and butter and a little bit of grass, a little bit of zesty, tropical, floral, all those things combined into one really smooth sipper. Wowzas. It's just got a wonderful, sweet, smooth maltiness. And it's got a little bit of that dry floral, and a little bit of dry grass, a little bit of pine resin on the back end, really reeling it in. The sweetness kind of comes and goes, wonderfully balanced with hoppiness. And again, the malt level, very even, just throughout the whole sip. It's really good, but it's not too overdone, not too like old school malty. It doesn't remind me of like an old school maltiness. It's just that new school kind of New England style, with a little bit of that old school style in a way, but it's a hybrid for sure. Like this is East and West Coast, but it's not a West Coast beer at the end of the day. This is surely an East Coast beer, which is no shocker, being the Hazy Little Thing series. You know, that's what they do. Just powdered pine, just powdered buttery pine, just all over the palate. Really nice. It saturates itself. It gets a little bit denser. But again, this citrus, hop oils. Again, I'm sticking with the zesty grapefruit, the overripe candied navel orange, and there's some dry skin in there too. It's not just the candied fruit. It's the dry skin, the peeled back skin and the pulp. It's got all these nice things working for it. Papaya, passion fruit, subtle. I'm reaching for those. I feel like it's not really that. I feel like it's just citrus dominant at the end of the day. It's good. Again, it's got this nice hoppiness to it on the back end, but it's so smooth. It's not pungent. One of the smoothest, easy sippers at 7.5% in this series, in my opinion. Maybe this is the best one. I can't think of a better one. I don't know, just that concentrated hop oil, just very delicate on the palate. Really tasting good. Really tasting good, guys. I mean, wow, it's going down. Touch chewy. Grass floral. It's really good. This balance is impeccable. It's a little sweet in the front and middle, and again, it just balances out overall on the back end. Really tasty. I like this. I think it's totally worth a purchase, and even without being super fresh, it tastes really good still. There's nothing that's really degraded here. It's really tasty. 530, almost 2 months old. Almost. Not quite. Rating. Great shelfie beer. Great mass distribution. Great heavy hitter for being $10, man, at this ABV level. Am I going too high? 4.2 out of 5? Like, tough to beat the price. Tough to beat the availability. I love that it's rotational, so you're not going to see it all the time, so it keeps demand high. And again, just a really nice sipper at 7.5%, and it's crushable at the end of the day. Look at me, just going right through this thing. So guys, that's been the review in the books. The cool little thing. Until next time, cheers, pros, yamas. If you're going to pour a beer, pour Michigan beer, but you can also pour anybody else's beer that makes good beer.